Motivation is loud, dramatic, and unreliable. It arrives like a spark, bright, exciting, and brief. One day you feel unstoppable, the next day you don't. If you build your life on motivation, you will ride a roller coaster of starts and stops. Discipline, on the other hand, is quiet, boring, and relentless. It shows up when motivation is gone. It is the daily architecture that turns intention into outcome. Start by understanding the difference. Motivation is emotion. Discipline is decision. Motivation answers to mood. Discipline answers to a contract you signed with yourself. Motivation makes you feel like doing something. Discipline makes you do it, whether you feel like it or not. That distinction is the single most important lever for consistent progress. When you replace "I feel like it" with "I will do it," you move from possibility to predictability. Make your commitments specific and non-negotiable. Vague goals invite negotiation. "I'll try to read more" becomes "I will read 20 pages every morning at 6 a.m." "I'll exercise when I have time" becomes "I will train for 30 minutes at 7 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday." Specificity removes debate. Non-negotiable means you protect that time as if it were a meeting with someone who pays you. Treat your commitments like contracts. Sign them, schedule them, defend them. Design systems that reduce reliance on willpower. Decision fatigue is real. The more choices you leave to the moment, the more likely you are to fail. Create rituals that automate the right behavior. Prepare your workout clothes the night before. Block the same workout hours every day. Set a single place for deep work. When the environment nudges you toward the right action, discipline becomes easier to execute. Systems make discipline sustainable.
Measure relentlessly. Motivation feels good. Numbers tell the truth. Track reps, pages, hours, calls, or sales. When you measure, you remove the drama of "I tried" and replace it with the clarity of "I did." Data exposes patterns: what works, what doesn't, when you fail, and why. Use that information to refine your systems. Small, measurable improvements compound into massive advantage over time. Expect resistance and plan for it. The voice that says "later" will always be louder when you are tired, stressed, or comfortable. That voice is not a sign to stop, it is the test. Pre-commit to how you will respond. If you miss a session, do a shorter one. If you skip a day, return immediately the next. Speed of recovery matters more than perfection. Winners are not those who never fail. They are those who fail and get back to work faster than anyone else. Language shapes identity. Replace "I'll try" with "I will." Replace "maybe" with a date. Speak like someone who keeps promises. When you consistently use decisive language, your behavior follows. Identity is built by repeated action. The person who does the work becomes the person who is disciplined. Over time, your habits rewrite your self-image. Protect your attention. Distraction is the silent enemy of discipline. Social media, endless feeds, and low-value entertainment are frictionless traps that erode your focus. Create boundaries. Set strict work blocks. Use single tasking, and remove notifications during high-value periods. Replace passive consumption with active creation. The more you guard your attention, the more you guard your future.